Another action-packed video for you guys today. We are going to be buttoning up the final few things on Whitie, on the fuel system, on the water pump, on the thermostat outlet, and a bunch of other stuff. Fluffy, aka JT, is getting the fuel pumps mounted right now on the frame. I'm over here modifying the actual thermostat neck because you guys know we have that carb hat perfectly straight on the motor. It comes straight, so we need to have this 90-degree thermostat that is now running into our fuel rails, our billet new fuel rails that are also installed. They're right there. You can see them nice and black. We had to bend the brackets a little bit more. Like every set of billet fuel rails you ever get, you have to sit there and mess with the actual bracketry to get the injectors perfectly straight in the bores. These are the final few things that we have to do to actually Whitie before we can tune him and drive him. We've already kind of tuned him once on the stock fuel pump with that Walbro 450, or stock fuel pressure regulator with that Walbro 450. And now we are putting that awesome Evil Energy fuel system in him with that giant fuel cell. If you guys have not seen that video, definitely go give that a check out. It'll be right here. 1200 horsepower fuel system in our white twin turbo 5.2 Magnum pickup truck.
All right guys, so we got our water pump mounted back up on here. We got our new gasket, new used water pump on here. Hopefully this one won't leak. We did put some gasket maker underneath this hose right here just to be sure that this one won't leak as well. Eric is currently making the new thermostat housing tube over there. How is it coming along, Eric?
It's going. About to just get it installed.
Sweet. We had to bang out the tube a little bit because there's an AN line that comes right off of this fuel rail right here, and it was rubbing up against the tube. So that had to be modified a little bit, so now we're going to install that here very shortly. We got a new bracket mounted for the fuel regulator up here. We're currently making these AN lines for it. By the way, this is my favorite AN line now because this is the cutest little thing you've ever seen.
Alright guys, so we just got done mounting up all the lines. We got little brackets for all the fuel lines because this is our supply line. Wiring taped up, wiring attached, more brackets. The return line's over here. We have another bracket. Another bracket goes through the frame, so we have some rubber tube around it. Coming over to another bracket, and then all the way up to the front. We got one more fitting to install. So we just need to set fuel pressure, and then you guys are going to hear Whitie come back alive, and we'll probably set his fuel pressure to, I don't know, 55 PSI to start out. We do not have the boost reference fuel pressure regulator hooked up, which we will get to that eventually too. We got that on video. Alright guys, so I told JT, pour some fuel in the tank. So you know what he goes for? The fuel flap. Oh, I should have let you open it. It's just a big gaping hole. What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's see if we can figure the cap out. Boom. Alright, get some fuel in her. So we're just pouring 93 in it for right now because it's winter here in Minnesota, and he just poured all over the tank. Shh. It keeps getting better and better. So again, so we're putting 93 in it right now because we got this before winter starts, so this does not have the winter blend in it. This is actually like summer blend 93. We were gonna go E85. We are gonna go E85, but it's winter, so right now our E85 is trash because it's got that winter blend in it. So we're putting 93 in it for the winter, and then when it becomes summer here in Minnesota again, we'll put E85 in it and really turn the boost up. So hopefully those wastegates are set for like that 5 to 8 PSI for right now on 93, and then we'll go have some fun with it. Then we'll go E85, get her on the dyno, put out some good power numbers on Whitie, and then yeah, and then race her, drag race it, go have fun with it, and all that stuff. We put coolant in it. We will need to set our fuel pressure. As you can see, I got my fuel pressure gauge on. All you do is loosen this nut right here and then adjust this set screw. The tighter down, the more fuel pressure, the looser, the less fuel pressure. Then also this fitting right here is for a boost reference line, which we will be hooking up. We just want to get this running right now because we haven't heard Whitie come to live for a while. So right now we're at our fuel system relay right here, and we're actually going to hot wire it. So these two big tabs, this is 8730. These are the two that we want to jump. So we got our wire right here. And JT, you want to go watch the fuel pressure gauge?
Yeah.
Here's my fuel pressure we have. And I will listen for leaks.
21-ish. Say about 21. Oh, stop. Rail.
It seems we got a leaky injector right here. So probably gonna have to reposition this rail again on this side. What one was it, JT? This one?
It was one of the front two ones. I couldn't tell. It was kind of spraying out pretty fast.
Okay. So we're gonna try fixing that quick, and then we'll get back to it. Another issue with this billet fuel rail that I just noticed while looking under here, I don't know if you guys can see, but it hits the throttle linkage right there. So we're definitely gonna have to take some metal off the top there. And I don't think we have the angle of the injectors correct. So we're gonna whip that rail out, bend those actual brackets a little bit more, and see if we can get those injectors more straight up and down so we don't have this leak. Rails out. Let's see what's wrong. Look how cocked this one was. So you can see the angle of the injector is all wrong. It's all angled in this billet fuel rail. We need it more like that. So we're just gonna bend our bracket back, probably just the tips of it more this way, so we can bring it more straight. Hopefully we didn't hurt any injector O-rings, which I doubt we did. Yeah, we didn't. All right, let's bend these brackets and then get this billet fuel rail back in, and we'll see if it leaks again.
So Eric cut up the fuel rail a little bit. He ground down the fuel rail a little bit to get the throttle. There we go. Eric's pushing the throttle down. You can see it has full travel now rather than just quarter throttle like it was before. And now we're about to test to see if the fuel rail is leaking still. He did some adjustments on the, I believe, both brackets, but this is mostly the front bracket. I'm about to see. Yep. It's looking good.
What are we at for fuel pressure?
We're at 22. 22 psi for fuel pressure. I'm not seeing any leaks from the fuel rail this time. Take 2 was a success.
I'm seeing dripping under the top.
Yeah. Ignore that.
What? Fuel pressure now. So we're only at like 20 psi, which is no go. So we're gonna break this nut loose, and then hopefully I'll tighten this guy down. What's your face? You hear the pumps changing. That's about where we want it. We'll set it at 58 psi. Here are twin pumps running like crazy. You should go look in the fuel cell. You can see the fuel.
Yeah. I can't see on camera, but you can see in there. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at all that fuel pouring right back in there.
Yay! He's gonna be so rich now. With all that fuel pressure. 'Cause we were only at like 35 psi before. Now we're at 58 psi with bigger pumps and everything. So I'm definitely gonna have to put more fuel on the laptop. But I think we're just gonna check the oil and stuff. And I think we're about to start him up just to make sure he runs still.
Fire extinguisher ready? Eric.
Alright guys, we're gonna hook up the laptop and I'm gonna play with fueling, and I got some map sensor stuff that I gotta change on there. So I'm gonna do that quick with the laptop, update the tune, and we'll see if we can get them idling a lot better here. Alright, so this is our fuel map. Right here is about where we idle, between 234 and 296. So I pulled some fuel out of there, and then I actually went to the speed density down here, scaler, and then for map minimum counts 5 volts I put in 60, so I cut, it usually is 120, I cut it in half. JT's filling up the tank more. Will he redeem himself is the real question.
I hope so.
We might have wired the level sensor in backwards, or there's just not enough fuel in there, because it's like, here's the bottom of the float, it's like up like that much. So we'll see, right? So JT just got done pouring more fuel in it, 5 more gallons of 93.
Without spilling.
You did spill though.
It was just a splash.
So our level sensor is working correct. I did hook it up right by guessing. Our tune's in, so we're gonna fire Whitey up and see how he does, right? Oh, I think I might have took too much fuel out.
Or you might have taken the fuel pump reel out.
Oh yeah. Duh. How did he even run?
What?
Huh. LOL. Don't forget your fuel pump relay if you pull it out with your tuner in. Because the tuner does, when it's downloading for like 5 minutes, run the fuel pumps the entire time. Oh yeah, that's much better. Let's add some fuel back into them. I took too much out.
Running stupid.
Lean now. Hey, that's better than rich. At least we know we can pull fuel now. The first time we tuned the truck. All right, story time. So we sat in this garage for probably 10 hours trying to tune the truck, figure stuff out. And like, I've never used SCT before, so this is my first time. It's probably your guys' first time too. We will make a video going over what I've learned from it. It's been a lot of work. It's actually pretty detailed and stuff to change. I get the basics on how an engine works, what kind of fuel it needs. I just don't know all the like little detailed stuff in here, what the heck everything does. But we finally kind of got a grasp on it. It turned out that our fuel injector sizing was way too big. I literally pulled all the fuel out of all the fuel maps, and it kept idling at 11:1 air fuel ratio, and it turned out because our injector has a minimum pulse width that will not go below, so if you even pull fuel below that, it doesn't matter, it won't go below that. And yeah, so we spent 8 hours trying to figure out that one thing.
That was fun.
No. But we're getting somewhere now, so this makes me happy because it's actually lean, which isn't good, but it makes me happy knowing that what I'm doing on the computer is actually doing something. All right guys, so we got Whitey running pretty good, enough to move him out of the shop because we moved some space for some more toiletry that we're gonna be putting probably back here, or we'll be moving this stuff back here and having it right here. I don't know yet, we're gonna get it here and we'll figure out organizing more then, but we just cleaned some of the clutter out of the shop, threw a bunch of stuff away, and we moved rims and tires out of the shop. But we got Whitey running, we got that whole new fuel system in. It is looking sick and awesome. Of course, thanks Evil Energy for the fuel system. If you guys need any AN lines or fuel system stuff or catch cans, they got you covered. So check them out at Evil Energy on Amazon. If you guys want to pick up a Racing Ram Fam shirt like the ones me and JT are wearing right now, email me at keepitboosted@racingramfam.com. So in the next video, guys, we will be actually driving and tuning Whiting. So that tuning video that you guys have all been wanting and waiting for, that is coming in this next video. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment down below what you guys are most excited to see with this Whitey project. But as always, guys, keep it boosted, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.